Hi friends, it's me, Teeti. Today we are going to make chocolate chip peanut butter cookies. Ooh, those look so yummy. I love all cookies. I've never met a cookie that I didn't like. But I have to say, this is one of my most favorite cookie recipes ever. So I hope you have fun trying it too. Let's go over what we need for today. Some sugar, brown sugar, vanilla extract, an egg, peanut butter, butter, flour, baking soda, salt, and chocolate chips. Before you get started, make sure your oven is preheated to 325 degrees. And remember, Teeti wants you to be extra safe, so make sure you always have a grown-up there with you to help out. Well, let's begin! To start, take 1 stick of softened unsalted butter and place it in your bowl. Now, take half a cup of peanut butter, peanut butter, and put that in the bowl as well. Now we're gonna add half a cup of sugar. And follow that with half a cup of brown sugar. Make sure your brown sugar is packed firmly into your measuring cup. Now take your spoon and give it a good mixing. Keep mixing until the butter and sugars are completely blended together. If you have an electric mixer, you can use one of those too, but I'm just gonna do it by hand today. Looking good to me. Now we're gonna add 1 large egg. And we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I forgot my teaspoon measuring. Got it! Now we mix it again. Doing great so far. Let's move this bowl aside for a minute and mix up our dry ingredients. So for that, we're going to need 1 cup of flour. You'll also need half a teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt. Take your whisk and give it a quick mix. Looks all right to me. Let's combine our 2 bowls. Ready? And now mix them up together. All right, now's a good time to add our last ingredient, chocolate chips. This is half a cup of chocolate chips. And now keep mixing until all the flour has disappeared into the cookie batter. Very nice. I'm gonna clean up my workspace a little bit to make room to put these cookies onto the pans. Okay, I have 2 pans here, and I've lined them with parchment paper so my cookies won't stick to the pan. Now here's my secret for getting even cookies every time. I use an ice cream scooper. It has this cool springy handle to make the cookies pop out of the spoon and to make them the same size every time. So let's scoop them onto the pan. Make sure you leave a couple inches of space between your cookies so they can spread out. I think our cookies are ready to go in the oven. In they go. So these cookies are gonna need to bake in the oven at 325 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes until they turn nice and golden brown on the tops and spread out a little. Time to take our cookies out. I've got my hot pads to protect my hands. Wow. You can smell the peanut butter. These look great. They're nice and golden brown and a little bit crackly on the top. That's exactly what we want. You can see why we gave them space on the pan so that they would have room to spread out. Well, let's leave them to cool on the pan for about 5 minutes before we move them onto our cooling rack. It's been 5 minutes. Time to move our cookies from the pan onto the rack. Be careful of touching the pan because it might still be a little hot. Now we want to let these cookies cool for at least 10 more minutes before we bite into them. We made a big cookie tower. How cool does that look? I think it's time for my most favorite part, tasting! I am going to take a great big bite. Wow, that's extra good! And the chocolate chips are still warm. And there's a really nice light peanut butter flavor. I love this cookie so much. These turned out great. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I had a ton of fun making these cookies, and I can't wait for you to try it at home and share it with your family and friends. See you again soon, and happy creating!